Air Force One coming in to Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas Felice reporting. Welcome President Barack Obama to Memphis, Tennessee. Air Force One. Nicholas Felice reporting, CNN iReport of Memphis, also known as the governor, wants everyone who works for the county and here in Memphis and Shelby County who comes here to Memphis to come to the Barber shop in Raleigh at the Raleigh Springs Mall. Nicholas Felice reporting, also known as the governor promoting Tennessee House District 98. So this is where I get my haircut sometimes here in Memphis. Nicholas Felice reporting, CNN iReport of Memphis. Yeah. So Nicholas Felice reporting, CNN iReport of Memphis, also known as the governor, wants everyone that works in the county here in Memphis and Shelby County to come to the barber shop here in Raleigh. This is where I get my haircut sometimes. And so Nicholas Felice reporting is here documenting a photograph that they have of President Barack Obama and the First Family. And I actually have this photograph with the presidential signature on it. So this is a very cool shop here in Tennessee House District 98. So Nicholas Felice reporting wants everyone to come to the barber shop here in Raleigh. So Nicholas Felice reporting. CNN iReport on this.
I'd like to turn the conference over to our host, Ben
Nicholas
Rose.
Felice reporting, also known as the
Thanks
governor.
everybody for getting on the call
CNN
here.
iReport on this.
We wanted to walk you through the schedule and objectives for the president's upcoming trip to Asia. We'll do this on the record. You'll have me and then Danny Russell, who's our Senior Director for Asia on the NSC, and Samantha Power, who's our Senior Director for Multilateral Affairs and Human Rights on the NSC. I'll just begin by making a few comments about our schedule and objectives. Danny can talk a little bit about the context for our Asia policy, and Samantha can talk a little bit about some of the work she's been doing associated with the issues that we're addressing on the trip. First of all, as you all know, the President has made it a critical part of his foreign policy to refocus on the Asia-Pacific as one of the most important regions to the future of the United States, both economically and in terms of our political and security objectives in the world. We devoted an extraordinary amount of time in the first term of the administration to refocusing on Asia and increasing our presence in Asia, both economically, politically, and through our security relationships. When many of you ask about our second term agenda, I can tell you that continuing to fill in our pivot to Asia will be a critical part of the President's second term and ultimately his foreign policy legacy. We see this as an opportunity to dramatically increase U.S. exports, to increase U.S. leadership in the fastest growing part of the world, and in advancing our values as well as our interests, which this trip is designed to do. Let me just walk you through the three stops with a word about each, because each of them is indicative of an element of our Asia policy. Thailand is representative of our focus on alliances. Burma is a key part of our efforts to promote democracy and human rights. And Cambodia represents our engagement in the multilateral organizations that are shaping the agenda in the Asia-Pacific region. We're going to begin in Thailand because our alliances in the region are the cornerstone of our engagement there, and Thailand is a long-standing and close ally of the United States. This is an opportunity to reaffirm this relationship. We'll get to Bangkok at roughly 3 o'clock in the afternoon local time on Sunday. The President will begin his visit with a tour of the Wat Pho Royal Monastery, which is one of the iconic religious and cultural sites in Thailand. From there, he will visit the King of Thailand and have a royal audience with the King. The King is obviously tremendously well thought of within Thailand and a long-standing friend of the United States. Following his visit with the King, the President will go to the government house where he will have a bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Yingluck of Thailand. Danny can speak a little bit more about the agenda for that meeting. Following the bilat, the President will have a joint press conference with the Prime Minister. And again, this is one of our key allies in the region, and we will be discussing with them a range of issues that Danny can walk you through. After the joint press conference, the President will be hosted at a dinner and reception by the Prime Minister that night. And that will conclude the Thailand portion of our schedule. We will spend the night in Bangkok. Then the next morning, the morning of Monday, November 19th, we will leave for Burma. Just a few words about the trip to Burma. From the beginning of the administration, as you know, the President has signaled an openness to engagement with governments who have not had relations with the United States,
also known
provided
as
that we
the
see
governor,
government
seen in
taking
iReport on Memphis,
to change course
documenting
and
the
to respect the rights
itinerary
of their
of
citizens.
President Barack Obama's
And
trip
we
to
pursued
Asia, 2012.
a period of engagement with the Burmese
Seen in
government
iReport.